Welcome to the Inferno re-release here on Paladin Gaming. Inferno has been fully voice acted and the voice acting is premiering here for the first time on Paladin Gaming, and we are going into the first mission.
Good morning, 508 Flow Dice, and welcome aboard the GTD Phoenicia. This is Commodore Collins. Our ship has a long, honourable history. Many of you might know about our stand against the first Sepharnis juggernaut in Gamma Draconis and the subsequent run of the gauntlet against the Shevans under Vice Admiral Kellerman. We're no longer on first line Shevan Firewatch, but we can still give as good as we get.
Oh, so are we not are we not doing like all new ships anymore because Phoenicia's
Our current assignment in Delta Serpentis is to keep the peace by supporting civilian law enforcement and deterring any potential acts of aggression by the Earth Alliance. Since the reopening of the jump node between Delta Serpentis and Sol, diplomatic relations between the GTVA and the EA have deteriorated rapidly. The Ishtar portal, which allows ships to traverse the stabilized Delta Serpentis-Sol subspace corridor, is the result of 3 decades of research and thousands of man-years of work from workers all across the colonies. The initial reunion 6 months ago was joyous, but after extensive governmental talks, relations between the GTVA and the government of Sol have soured decisively. Last month, the Earth Alliance, successor to the old Galactic Terran Alliance, had assumed a stance that insisted on immediate reunification. While I am not a political person, I am given to understand that the General Assembly has major concerns about a potential shift of power if this reunification would happen to the terms of Sol. High Command officially denies the possibility of an EA attempt to bring about this reunion by force, but intelligence has reported that Earth agents have been getting more bold this past month, establishing contacts with crime groups, malcontents, and political extremists all across the colonies.
Oh boy.
One last thing, pilots. Conversion of intercept squadrons to the new Perseus Advanced has been delayed, since the Block 50 targeting software has yet again failed qualification trials. As such, it's business as usual. We'll be flying the standard Perseus for the foreseeable future.
Alright, I'm going to turn down the music a bit, because, wow, it's already almost all the way down. That went off, alright.
One last...
Alright, Scum and Villainy.
Loaded dice, your mission objective is to track down and capture a band of smugglers affiliated with the Capello Neuro Crime Syndicate. Galactic Terran Bassoon Intelligence believes that these smugglers are heavily armed and receiving support from Earth Alliance intelligence. The smugglers departed Wilusa Station in 2 freighters, the Gianyu and the Silver Zephyr. GTVA distributed sensor beacons to attempt to track the smugglers' movements. Beacon 31Q turned up a hit. Alpha Wing, you will jump to the beacon and download the beacon's tracking data. You will then proceed to the smugglers' position, destroy their escort, and disable the Gun-U and the Silver Zephyr. Once disabled, we will deploy Lambda Winger transports to jump in and capture the freighters. Eleanor Karpinski of Galactic Terran Bassoon Intelligence will be your liaison officer for this mission. Major Karpinski is an expert in the operations of the Capello Neuro and will be coordinating the mission from the Phoenicia's flight deck. Standard peacetime loadout supply. You have the SD-14 disruptors and the HL-12 lasers as your primary cannons. As for your secondaries, you'll carry stiletto-free anti-subsystem missiles and shocker heat seekers. You'll launch in 10 minutes, pilots. Good hunting.
Alright, primary objective is disable the smuggler freighters and secondarily scan freighters and cargo. Even though we have 10 minutes when we launch, it's a scramble mission, so let's hit it.
Cleared to launch, Alpha. Stand by for jump telemetry. I'm passing you off to Major Karpinski.
Understood, Command.
Good day, pilots. I look forward to working with you.
Good day, Major.
Another glamorous day in the life of the 508th Loaded Dice.
Look, I'll take Delta Serpentis over Tau Sigma any day.
For sure. Finally we get some excitement instead of placing nav beacons on Tau Sigma. Snore.
The Capello Nero is dangerous, Herrera. Ever since the Soul Gate opened, they've been spreading like wildfire.
Who names their gang Capello Nero? Doesn't that just mean black hair in some old Earth language?
Beats me. A crime syndicate is a crime syndicate. I don't care what they want to call themselves.
You heard the briefing. Earth intelligence is involved with the Capello Nero. There's more beneath the surface.
I'm not worried about the Earthers. The Earthers want the best for our species. I'm sure there's a good reason.
Pilots, we have a navigational fix. Transmitting coordinates. You are cleared to jump.
All right, let's do it then.
Jump complete. Proceeding to the beacon.
Clear to proceed, Alpha.
I'm telling you, Herrera, I don't trust those Earthers. Everything's a little too organized, too put together.
So, they figured out their stuff while they were isolated. We could use a little bit of that out here in the colonies.
It's been a hard 6 decades, that's for sure. Think about it. We stumbled from crisis to crisis ever since the Lucifer. The Hammer of Light, Reconstruction, Civil War with Admiral Bosch, Capella, the Supernova Depression, the Brushfire Wars.
Come on, Finch, it's 2399 now. Those are all ancient history.
Sung, you were born in 74?
February 29th, 2376. I was a leap year baby.
Ah, so you were too young to remember the general strike of 79. It wasn't so long ago at all. Now give me some peace and quiet. Thank you very much.
Even if it means Earthers taking over?
Save me the conspiracy theories.
These Earthers want to be our masters, Herrera.
They want us to be one people again. Is that so bad?
No more politics, guys. Please.
Alright, time to haul it in. Data retrieved.
Uploading beacon data, Major.
Looks like the smugglers are making a run for the Ross 128 jump node. Transmitting coordinates.
Alright, we jump to Ross 128.
Let's lock and load.
Yep. Greetings, gentlemen. Why do they have Herc 2s?
Civilian vessels, disengage our drives and turrets or we will open fire. You will have no further warnings.
We're not stopping for you. Gun the engines, Jimenez.
Disable them before they reach the jump node, pilots. Use your stilettos and SD-14s to destroy their engines.
How close are they? Not that close. Alright. Unfortunately, they're angled all kinds of wrong to get their engine blocks. How about now? Jesus Christ, still X'd out. Thought for sure.
one ship disabled.
Both ships have been disabled. Didn't think they'd be crazy enough to start a shootout.
They're criminals, Sung. What were you expecting? A comms message saying that we need to learn love and peace together?
Pilots, Lambda Wing will capture the freighters with Beta Wing to cover them.
Small arms, huh? Pharmaceuticals and small arms. Oh, I need to scan the freighter itself. Whoops. At least we didn't have to also disarm them. That's always a pain.
Transmitting passenger manifests for cross-checking. That cargo is definitely contraband. There's no way the smugglers are licensed to transport arms and drugs.
Lifetime is 27, lifetime is 23. No rearming. Alright, return to base. That was easy enough. And absolutely nothing like the start of Inferno Classic.
Good job disabling the freighters. The Customs and Trade Commission agents on Lambda Wing reported that they made dozens of arrests. The Garnu and Silver Zephyr were carrying cargo that disappeared from Laramus 2 5 weeks ago. According to Major Karpinski, the information we recovered will be very helpful in cracking down on both the Capello Nero and Earthward intelligence activities in Delta Serpentis. Our next mission will be to follow up on these threads. The scans you performed on the freighters and their convoy were also useful for the CTC agents in establishing where those ships came from and what they were carrying. Drugs and weapons aboard the freighters appear to be produced outside of GTVA space. Likely, it's unlicensed Earth for contraband.
Alright, no kills, 1 assist. So, this was Scum and Villainy, the first mission of the, of Inferno Nostos? Well, let's call it Inferno, but we've already done Inferno Classic. Inferno Nostos is what it used to be called, so let's call it that. Inferno Nostos here on Paladin Gaming. This is Paladin Gaming signing off.